Welcome to Night Tracks, America's favorite music video show.
We're checking out music's hottest artists tonight with the latest from INXS. George Harrison also keeps the pressure on with a song that will have you thinking Beatles.
Plus, we'll be giving away a trip to London to go party with Swing Out Sister. And this week sees the start of our Taylor Dane Hawaiian sweepstakes. Let's start it all off with Belinda Carlisle and I Get Weak.
How you doing?
Not too bad. It's about time we put some faces to the names, huh?
Yeah.
How's everything going, guys?
Not too bad.
Good.
Just getting to put our album out, so this is perfect timing.
Well, that would, yeah, definitely. Okay, so I appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you.
Cool. We'll hit on a couple of different things. You know, to just find Buzzfactor online, and that could be the search engine, not very easy. Because you put in like Buzzfactor band and like some, you know, salsa like nightclub act from Miami pulls up.
I know we haven't really since the early 2000s put much into pushing Buzzfactor. 2017 we decided, after we put our albums out in 2004, we played out for a couple years, and then I went into another band, and Dusty kind of did a solo project, and then in 2017 we talked about getting back together again and writing another album to see what would come out. And we just took our time doing it, and then basically quarantine allowed us to get everything put together and concentrate on it a little bit. It actually kind of kept us sane during the whole thing. So
I think it's that creativity or the creative streak in anyone that is probably what kept any of us like sane, right. First of all, and alive. Yeah. You can't put human beings under this kind of pressure for that period of time and not expect something to pop out somewhere, whether it's, you know, a new song, new whatever. So are you guys looking forward to being out performing in front of an audience at all?
Oh man, I can't wait to get back to that.
No doubt.
It's like a pipe dream. Like when it comes through, when it will, but it still seems like a pipe dream, you know.
Yeah. Now, had you guys done any shows before everything came down, or was that still like down the road a little bit?
As Buzzfactor, over the past few years, over the last 10 years, we've played a handful of shows.
Okay.
Just because we wanted to get out and play again, and like I said, it wasn't until 2017 we decided to write some more material. Just we wanted to get together, do what we could do again, and we approached it a little bit differently this time, and
nice.
It worked out really well.
Well, so are you guys? What town or what city do you basically consider yourselves based out of?
Pretty much Seattle.
Okay. Does Shoreline ring a bell by any chance?
Yeah, that's where my house. That's where I live.
Were you on MySpace? Were you ever on a website called MySpace?
Yes, we definitely were. As a matter of fact, I think that we got a little demo on there. That's probably the only place you can hear it.
Isn't it weird how MySpace just kind of became like this, like almost forgotten entity, but it's solely for music?
Yeah,
you know?
I heard that somewhere along the way that what's his name from NSYNC bought it.
Well, let's see. Would that be Lance or Chris or Joey or Justin or
Justin?
Really?
Yeah, he bought it like several years ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
What an interesting thing to be able to afford, I guess, if nothing else. Let's do an intro so people know what this is that they're watching. Hey guys, you are watching the Groove Zone. This is DJ D Phoenix coming to you live from Olympia, Washington, and I'm hanging out today with Dustin and Gene from Buzzfactor.
Hello.
Dude, totally rocking, guys. Man, I'll tell you, since I was first introduced to you guys last year, I really like what I've heard, and I did a head count here a little bit ago. We've got 7 tracks that are on rotation at the station. So do we have a pretty good collection of pretty much all of them, or is there still some stuff floating around out there that we're not aware of?
There's definitely some stuff floating around that we talked about earlier, MySpace. There's a demo that's on MySpace, and we have a new album that's getting ready to come out. So.
Nice. So then I should probably ask, some of the tracks that we've already been able to listen to, are they any of the ones that are on the new album? Or these are
from the new album. It's called Swamp.
Okay. Yeah, that was the one that Martin turned me on to.
Yeah.
Because it was Martin Reed of MTR Project who turned you guys in my direction.
It's also not a great album. I mean, I've heard a few tracks off it. It's amazing.
Oh my gosh. I'll tell you, you guys are another example of, what's just bubbling under the surface, music-wise, up in Seattle. Just about the time that you think the scene's like either going through some major like drought or whatever, and there'll be something that's like rising up from underneath, and I think we're at that point right now.
Under COVID, like you said, I think people are really kind of itching to get out. I think live music's going to blow up again when everybody can get out. Just people are itching for it. So.
There are going to be troops of hand-sought puppet people performing in front of large audiences.
Right.
Because people are going to be that starved for entertainment, and it's like
live entertainment.
Oh, no doubt. Well, and I'll tell you, with all that pent-up energy, collectively around the world, when you stop and think how many musicians have all pretty much had to put it on hold, at least in the performing sense, watch out.
All the pent-up energy, yeah.
What's that?
All the pent-up energy.
Oh my gosh. And I know that amazing stuff's being created because I've been fortunate to be able to hear some of it from different artists in different genres. And I'm totally stoked because of the fact that once the restrictions lift, that means that now I get to go out and, watch music again. And also maybe we're possibly looking at throwing a Lollapalooza style festival.
That's awesome.
Well, and if we do, then I will be knocking on your guys' door.
Well,
so that's a bridge we haven't come to. If you can see my fingers doing the walking, we're not even there yet. Basically what you guys did last time, because I think you guys turned in a couple of books for me, didn't you?
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah, that's what I thought. Thank you, by the way. Totally, thank you.
Thank you for featuring. That's really awesome. Yeah.
I've got a platform to be able to do it, and this whole thing is just, it blows me away. And it's like, I've gotten a chance to like hang out with, not like physically, especially since COVID, but I've gotten a chance to hang out with people that like I've admired musically for 30, 40 years.
Yeah.
And so that's pretty darn cool.
What operates 24 hours a day, all night? A, the hustle and bustle of Broadway. B, the appetite of every growing boy. C, MTV, the channel with all your favorite video music.
Wow. Stand back.
The correct answer is C, all day, all night. MTV Music Television.
Bad Mamma Jamma. Awesome. Cool, guys. So let's delve into a little bit of Buzzfactor backstory for the viewers. You guys first got together musically, whether it's Buzzfactor or any other incarnation, how long ago?
2003. April.
Wow.
2003. Yeah.
Okay. Up in Seattle then?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And had either of you come out of other bands at that point yet, or?
Oh yeah. We'd both been playing in other bands. I came from a band at that point called Zen Driver, and Dustin was in a band called Room 13. And
oh my gosh.
We just walked away from those projects, and we had played together. I played a Room 13 show with them. I filled in for a guitarist that had left and helped them fulfill a couple shows, and so Dusty and I got a chance to play together. Cool. Even though we've known each other for a long time. And there was kind of chemistry there.
That's wild though, because as soon as you said both band names, I totally remembered them from The Stranger. I remember seeing listings of both bands, and it's like, oh my gosh, like I've heard it. Oh wow, okay, that turns into a different angle. Okay, cool. I'm totally enwrapped now. I'm so sorry. Forgive me. Go ahead.
So we got together, and actually, he was exactly what I was looking for. The band that I was in, we were writing some cool tunes, but I had started writing some songs that they didn't want to play because it was kind of going in a different direction. And so when I got with Dusty, it just clicked, and right away, the first song that we wrote is off that first release that it's called This Time. And
oh yeah, okay.
So once we wrote that, we're like, oh wow, we can do this. This is pretty cool. And so
cohesive though. That I think that's an awesome term to use for you guys, because you're cohesive, and it actually is it's a more well-rounded sound than what two people can produce normally. So that
we have a lot of yin and yang, where if Gene's or I am lacking someone, the other one has that available. You know what I mean? So
there's a lot of trust.
Yeah.
I know. There's no ego. We really drop the ego when we're working together, because I really trust him. He tells me, if I'm like, oh, I like this, and he looks at me, he's like, ooh, I'm not feeling that. I'm like, really? You're not feeling that? All right, let's try a different approach. I trust it and just move forward.
Right.
That's kind of how it works for that. And because of that, go ahead.
No, not you finish.
That's rare in a band.
It is, yeah.
It's very much so the opposite, and I dug that a lot, because I was in a situation where it wasn't like that. It wasn't so open. I mean, it was, but it wasn't, because of one particular person's taste or whatever, But when we got together, it was like, oh, I like that, what you're doing. Oh, I like that, what you're doing. Oh, hey, I like that, what you, So it was a lot of that.
Nice. Because especially in the formative period for any band, it's like you're still figuring out the direction you're going to go. I mean, I've been in two bands in my life, and I remember, and they were both very brief periods. Whatever. But it really does. It's that whole like forming period. Like, okay, well, we're going to either go this style or this direction or whatever, and you've got the combination of everybody's like ideas, and then there's some people that are just out to like maybe get a few bucks for the weekend or whatever, and call it good. And he's the one that you'll hear about later down the road about going off a cliff or whatever. No idea where I was going with that, guys. Speaking of going off a cliff, let's do a quick break. I want to break away for a song, and actually we are going to do one of the tracks by Buzzfactor. Which one are we going to play here in just a sec, guys? Which one you want to?
We'll start with Swamp, since that's our latest single. We're going to release another single. I wish I thought about that. We're getting ready to release another single in about a week or two.
Well, then you're just going to have to come back in 3 weeks then and bounce it off of us. Actually, as soon as it drops, please give me a copy of it.
I will, absolutely. Cool. Actually, I can give you a pre-copy of it. I'll send you over a pre-copy of it now.
I'll play it though, right?
I know, I should probably wait.
Martin did that actually a few days ago, and it's their newest track, and actually he had no idea that I was going on the air that night, and so within like an hour after him sending me this song and it's being played, it's like, it's awesome, and our numbers are looking good, and I like that. So yeah. Okay, so we're gonna hear Swamp, is that right?
Swamp, yep.
Okay, cool. So guys, we're gonna play Swamp on the way out. We'll be right back after the track. Don't go anywhere. DJ D Phoenix hanging out with Gene and Dusty with Buzzfactor. We'll be right back. Okay, cool. And Dusty Buzzfactor. We'll be right back. Okay, cool. Okay, so what we're gonna hit on, and Dusty, remind me, aren't you the one that I've been throwing the invites to randomly about sitting in on the Flip Line and Thinker podcast with us?
Right, yeah.
So it's kind of up your alley a little bit.
I love that kind of stuff. And
well, then why don't you sit in with me one of these nights?
I know. Okay, I'll do it. I just gotta. I'm so confused by the social media stuff and I'm just not very good at it. So if I do it once, I could probably do it again after that. So.
And honestly, if you know, I'm a good guide. So you know, if you get there like a couple minutes early, I'll show you around the room and all that. We'll get a coffee or something, and I'll introduce you to people as they walk in the door. Kind of like an AA meeting, but not really. So. Okay, cool. Because we're going to hit on that here in just a second, and that's why I wanted to bring that up. But I thought that was you. And
Yeah.
Gene, I know I've thrown it out there for you a couple of times as well. You guys are both more than welcome to sit in if you ever want. It's actually it's turned out to be a beast of its own, but fun cast of characters, if nothing else. So we're going to hit on 2 subjects along those lines. I want to hit on the goals that you guys have got. It's for whether it's just the release of the release of the album, touring, anything that you've got that in mind, and then I'll get a word to the world and we'll call it good. But that's usually about the rundown. But what you were saying earlier though too about that release here in a couple of weeks, please let's do a follow-up, even if it's just a brief one. Do a follow-up interview at that point. We had 506 viewers, by the way, for our 17th of Never event.
Wow, nice.
There were somewhere between 16 and 1,700 engagements, but 506 viewers. And I'm totally happy with those numbers. The next time we throw one, I'd like to have you guys, if you're available, I'd like to have you guys participate.
Sure.
So I want something live though. I hate online concerts, but it's not the same thing. It's just not.
Well, there's different places that you might be able to set something like that up. Like if you want to come, it's a haul for you though, because you're coming up from Olympia. But I know that Tony V's has been playing a lot of simulcast streaming with their shows. They have the ability to do that.
Really?
And it's a venue, and they're at 50% capacity. It's still 100 people that can be in there. So.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. I mean, shoot, I look at it this way: if I can get 5 people in a room and play music to them for a while, I'm a happy camper.
Yeah, me too.
You know?
It's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun. Small.
Yeah, I'm gonna totally fall off track here. And I wanted to say too, thank you too for your patience during the kind of ups and downs that the station and project have dealt with over the last couple of months.
Oh, no problem.
What happened?
What's going on with you though? I mean,
what happened with Dominic being found dead in Tacoma is there's no reason for it. Totally no reason for it. And had it not been that he was so closely associated to me and the station, it wouldn't probably have affected us so much. But I mean, I got his last interview, so yeah. Anyway, okay, cool. Here we go. You ready?
Yep.
Okay, good. Hey guys, you are watching. I always forget that we're watching. I just still think that we're only listening. You guys, you are watching the Groove Zone on Neo Retro. Fuck. Try this one more time. Okay. This is why I don't do it. We don't get paid for this shit, so. Okay. Hey guys, you are watching the Groove Zone here on Neo Retro. Not even close to Neo Retro, but you're watching the Groove Zone. I'm DJ D Phoenix, coming to you live from Olympia, Washington today, hanging out with Gene and Dustin of Buzzfactor out of Seattle. Hey guys.
How's it going?
Good. Going good. You know the real truth, but I'll just say it's going good. So got a couple of kind of ethereal questions.